Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Imagine a day that makes the whole world pause for a moment. A timeline filled with photos, fan art, and spectacular events, all dedicated to one person. Yes, September 1st is not just an ordinary date. It is the day when millions of hearts come together to celebrate the 28th birthday of a young man who grew from a shy teenager into a global superstar, Jungkook. And this time, the celebration doesn't only come in the form of grand projects across various cities, but also through little moments full of surprises that only Jungkook himself can bring. Are you ready to dive into the golden Maknae's birthday with all its sweet, warm, and emotional stories? Let's begin. Happy 28th birthday to our golden magnet, Jungkook. On that day, the calendars seem to stop on a very special date, September 1st. A day long awaited by millions of hearts worldwide, Jungkook's birthday. This year, he celebrated his 28th. For some, that number is just an age. But for ARMY, it symbolizes the long journey of a boy who debuted at 15, shy and reserved, and grew into a world-renowned superstar with talent, hard work, and a sincere heart. Happy 28th birthday to our golden magnet, Jungkook. May God always protect and bless him. That message echoed across social media. His photos filled timelines, colorful fan art poured in, and massive projects were carried out in various cities. From billboards in New York, to trains decorated with his face in Seoul, to dazzling drone shows in the skies of Beijing. The world seemed to be dressed up just for him. Yet behind all the grandeur, one thing made the day feel the warmest: Jungkook's direct interaction with ARMY through his live broadcast. As tradition, Jungkook once again greeted fans live on his birthday. Though we all know he prefers simplicity, ARMY was still mesmerized. He appeared in an all-black outfit, simple yet captivating, paired with a burgundy baseball cap that elevated his look. And of course, the moment that made the fandom explode was when he revealed his new lip piercing. Just one small detail, yet enough to make Jungkook lip piercing trend worldwide within minutes. "He always knows how to surprise us," wrote one fan. "It's not just a piercing. It's a statement. He's grown, bold, and still mesmerizing," added another. Jungkook shyly smiled as he read those comments, fully aware of how a small move from him could shake the world. A touching honesty, the disturbing incident. Yet behind the smiles and jokes, Jungkook also decided to share something important. He opened up about a frightening incident, a woman who had trespassed into his home. With a calm but firm tone, he said he had read the articles about it and wanted to explain directly to ARMY. "Yes, I know I'm a celebrity," he said, "but that doesn't give anyone the right to invade my privacy." He emphasized that a home is the most private space that should always be safe, not a place anyone can come to without permission. He even added that anyone who dares to cross that boundary must be prepared to deal with the police. Jungkook revealed that he became aware of the incident through his home's CCTV. With a serious expression, he reminded everyone to respect boundaries. Even though he is a global idol, he is still an ordinary human who needs peace, safety, and privacy. Hearing that confession, ARMY's hearts clenched. How could someone so kind, who has given so much joy, have to face such fear in his own home? Many fans shed tears imagining what it must feel like for the safest place to become a source of anxiety. He's already given us everything: music, energy, laughter, even his private time amidst busy schedules. "The least we can do is protect and respect him," wrote a fan on Twitter. The corner of his home that became a personal paradise. Thankfully, the broadcast wasn't only about serious matters. Jungkook enthusiastically shared about his newly renovated basement. And wow, his description left everyone in awe. Imagine a private theater with gleaming black marble floors, sleek modern curved seats lined up neatly in front of a massive screen, and dim red lighting that created both a warm and luxurious atmosphere. A perfect place to watch movies, listen to music, or simply relax in peace. Fans immediately began speculating. Imagine him sitting there alone, enjoying his favorite music. So peaceful. Or maybe not alone? Who knows, maybe he's watching movies with someone special? Jungkook chuckled while reading those comments, but his smile seemed to hide a secret. Flashback. The unforgettable 23rd birthday. Amid this year's happiness, ARMY couldn't help but recall one of Jungkook's sweetest birthday memories, his 23rd. That year, the fandom was shaken by a completely unexpected surprise. Jimin, who at the time was in Paris for personal matters, suddenly decided to fly to Busan without telling anyone, just to celebrate Jungkook's birthday. Nobody knew, not even Jungkook himself. When Jimin appeared with his warm smile, the atmosphere instantly turned emotional. He brought rare, carefully chosen gifts that showed just how deeply he knew Jungkook. And of course, there was the rainbow cake, bright and colorful, like Jimin's own warmth. J-Hope also joined that day, adding his trademark cheerful energy to the celebration. What made the moment even more precious was the fact that the very next day, Jimin had to fly to Miami to meet his friends. Yet he chose to prioritize Jungkook first. That was love and care in its purest form, transcending distance and time. Even sweeter, Jungkook, true to his humble nature, also prepared a gift for Jimin. Simple, but meaningful. A quiet way to show that his affection was just as strong, even if not always expressed in words. Every detail of that day, from the surprise flight, the heartfelt gifts, to the rainbow cake, became proof of how special their bond truly was. A relationship that was romantic, caring, and undeniable. Why that moment feels eternal. Looking back at his 23rd birthday, many ARMYs felt like they were watching a scene from a romance movie. Not just friendship, not just fan service. It was a genuine moment full of affection, a small snapshot of a bond built with sincerity over years. For Jimin, it was clear that Jungkook was more than just a colleague or a friend. He was someone so important that he deserved such a grand surprise. And for Jungkook, Jimin was the one who made his days warmer, who knew him better than anyone else. This is why ARMY often says their bond feels so real, so magical, and so everlasting. Years may pass, schedules may fill, and distance may separate them. But moments like that remain alive in the memories and hearts of everyone who witnessed them. A message to ARMY and the world. Now at 28, Jungkook has grown more mature. He's no longer just the golden Maknae, seen as the youngest, pampered member. He's a grown man, an artist constantly evolving, and most importantly, a human being entitled to his own space, time, and love. As ARMY, we are not only called to support his work, but also to protect his happiness. Respect his privacy, guard his name, and continue sending love in healthy ways. Jungkook has given us so much. Now it's our turn to ensure he feels safe, valued, and loved. Because at the end of the day, birthdays are not just about the number of candles on a cake, but about the love shared and the memories created. And for Jungkook, each year is proof of the immense love he receives from the world, and the great love he gives back. Happy 28th birthday, Jungkook. May this year and the years ahead be filled with happiness, health, and new dreams coming true. That is the story behind Jungkook's 28th birthday, from his light-hearted laughs on Live, his honesty about a shocking incident, to the unforgettable 23rd birthday memory with Jimin that ARMY will never forget. All of this reminds us that behind the cameras and grand stages, Jungkook is still a man with a sincere heart who deserves love and protection. As ARMY, let's continue supporting him in the best way, by respecting, protecting, and spreading positive love. Because birthdays are not only about candles on a cake, but about memories created and love that never fades. Happy 28th birthday, Jungkook. May this year be filled with happiness, health, and new dreams realized.